About Camping. I'm your local RV girl, Jordan, and today we're checking out this beauty. It's our 2025 East to West Della Terra 170BHXLE. We're gonna check out this little beauty today because it's a very popular floor plan on my lot, and it's a very unique floor plan. With having bunks, lots of storage, and lots of space, it's one of our favorites. Before we dive in, and if you're new here, please hit that like button and subscribe and ring that bell so you don't miss a thing. I do full walkthroughs and reviews on all our available trailers here at Nickelbell Camping in Chelmsford. And let me tell you, you don't want to miss your next dream trailer. Now, let's get into it. First thing first, specs that matter. Your length on this Della Terra, you're looking at 21 feet. The dry weight, you're looking at 3,513. And the hitch weight, that's around 385. So easily towable with our mid-size SUVs or small trucks. We have a manual tongue jack right up at the front. Behind our 20-pounder propane tanks, that's where you're gonna find and put your batteries. Right behind that, you are going to find your battery disconnect. We're sitting on a very large A-frame, and that being said, we're looking at just a little over 5 inches. And if we compare it to something like our other comparable models, something like this guy is only 4 inches.
Now let's talk about build quality, because this is where East to West really shines. You're getting a one-piece seamless roof membrane with a fully walkable roof. That means solid construction, fewer seams, and long-term durability. It is also equipped with a 200-watt solar panel.
Now swinging around to this side of the trailer, let's start at the front and we'll make our way around to the rear. Right in the front, you have your slam latch with your magnet latch to hold up your storage compartment. And right in here, come check it out. We have a fully finished pass-through storage, and they have made so much room in here. It is very large. We can have a full-on pop-up tent maybe in here. We have a couple chairs and maybe a few coolers as well. You're also going to find your solar charge control in here, as well as your motion sensor lights. Looking underneath, you're going to have your 4 stabilizer jacks, and right back behind that, you'll find your freshwater drain as well. Now coming to the side, you have your freshwater connection here. Above that, you have a cable and satellite input. Right above, you most likely can see a little part of our solar panel up there. We have your exhaust for your furnace.
Underneath, it's built on a heavy-duty I-beam frame with Dexter axles, nitrogen-filled 5-bolt radial tires, and it is also equipped with an enclosed underbelly, meaning no little friends or creatures are going up and under.
You have your black tank flush, which every few months connect your city hose on there, and it's going to spray out that black tank. Right below that, you're going to find your black and your gray sewer. You're going to find your other low point drain, as well as beside this, you're going to find your 30 amp control for your power. Now, let's check out the rear. At the rear of the trailer, there's so much back here that I'm going to point out, and that's so exciting. Of course, you do have your spare tire. You have your on-the-go ladder for your Lippert ladder. You have your prep for your Furrion backup camera. This is where you're going to find your hot water on demand that is tankless. A back window. Crazy. That's where you're going to find your double over double bunks. You have your city water connection over here. And right beside that, you have your outside shower, which you will get cold and hot water back there. Now guys, before we step inside and see what it's all about, let's check out what the campsite side has to offer. We have a 12-foot power awning with also our LED lighting. Very nice if you want to relax outside during the night. At least you're not in the dark. And in the sun, you have that power awning for that shade. They've also added on this awning, you have a latch so you can close it. So if it is that light rain, you can make sure that water doesn't puddle up right in the middle. Before closing the power awning, make sure you release that track just so you don't do any damage. At the front, you're going to find your first entry for that pass-through storage. Now take a look on this side. They've also added that sensor light. We have our grab handle for safely getting inside and out. And right beside that, you have some more power inputs with some cable and satellite. Now, a third storage compartment. Once again, on a trailer this small, our other comparable trailers don't usually have this. More storage for those other belongings that you can't fit in your truck or inside the trailer. At least you have this. Underneath that, besides your stabilizer jack at the rear, you also do have an LP connect in case you do have that Coleman stove or barbecue that you do want to bring. And of course, it is pet friendly. You have your dog latch here, and above that, they've added the beer bottle as well, opener. Now, let's go inside and see what it's all about. Now at the front of this trailer, that's where you're gonna find your queen size mom and dad's place to sleep. Above me, you do have that shelving area for a little bit more extra storage, sleeping bags, pillows, any of those sorts. And beside that, you do have a little nightstand area. Let's say you have a CPAP machine, maybe your phones, lamps, or whatever else you've got to bring. How much room I have? I mean, I'm not that tall, but I have lots of room. And honestly, this kind of bed, this is what I call a romantic bed. Underneath this bed, you are going to find some more storage. Pass-through storage at the front is actually so large. You gain more up there, but you still have some more room here. Once again, maybe sleeping bags down here, pillows, any other sorts of things that you must bring. Behind me here by your nightstand area, this is where your TV backer is going to be able to go. So you do have your cable TV hookups. Below that, you're also going to find your speaker. So this is your Bluetooth speaker, and it's a speaker that you can bring wherever you want. You can bring it inside or outside. Right as soon as you walk in, you're greeted. Instead of having your dinette, you're going to have your bar top table with your bar stools. So very nice area if you're doing some work or having your morning coffee or lunch. They've also added the accordion shade on your big picture window. Lights above it, above your overhead storage for any other necessary needs that you need to bring. And they have added right beside, when you walk in, you have a little cubby hole area for more things. Right above this is where you're going to find your control pad. You're going to find your interior lights, your awning lights, and for your power awning, you're also going to have your water pump, how full your battery is, your fresh black, gray. Moving into the kitchen, again, very functional kitchen area. I absolutely love it. The fact that there's 2 windows on this side of the trailer, on your off side, is incredible. We have your big side picture window by mom and dad's area, and then also you do have your small window above your kitchen. We have a deep sink with a high-rise faucet, which is very nice if you're doing those dishes or filling up those pots with water. You can actually be able to reach. East to West has also added a little cutting board or more prepping area. Right behind me, I do have my 2-burner cooktop stove. Below, plywood kitchen drawers. So all the drawers and lots of space. Below this is where you're going to find your fuses and all those important things. We have our 12-volt refrigerator and our freezer on top, and you can control how cold you want it depending what kind of season. We have our double over double bunks over here. East to West rates these bunks $350. So children or adults, no matter who, they can fit in here. We also have a light in here in case it's night and you want to read that book. I have some power inputs more over here and that USB and USB-C. We have no heating vents in the floor. It's above. And then we have that roof mounted AC, which is right above here. And it does have the controllers, which this personally is my favorite. Also, your heater for your furnace. This is my absolute favorite because it's just a little switch that you flick and your furnace turns on. Find the temperature, and that's the sweet spot. On the top and the bottom, you also do have your USB-C and your USB to charge those iPhones, iPads. You do have another window, which is at the bottom of the bunk, which we did see outside. And above, at the top bunk, you actually have a skylight, which you don't see that very often. I didn't point out, but right above you is the second skylight. And would you believe me if I told you there was 3 in here? Let's check out the bathroom. Sink, toilet, and shower. You gotta come see this. We have a lot of counter space with a mirror, and you have your nice size sink. Look at this storage. Towels, maybe some toilet paper. Right above this, you have your outlet, and it is GFC, a high protected outlet for those hair blowers. Right beside, you do also have your hot water on demand. I should have turned the light on. You do have that third skylight, and we also do have a motion sensor light right above. Now stepping into the shower, a full surround shower, which is enough, very impressive to see again. Also, they've added the shelving area for your shampoo, conditioner, and body wash. We have your shower curtain, and we have a nice detachable, very long hose. No, you're not going very far with this, but it is nice. I have a lot of headroom space for those 2 tall guys. Small, light, and one of the most unique travel trailers on the market today. If you like this tour, do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring that bell so you don't miss a walkthrough tour here at Nickelville Camping. And drop a comment below. What would you prefer, a traditional dinette or your bar top layout? Thanks for watching. I'm Jordan from Nickelville Camping. I'll see you next time, and happy camping.